Welcome to The Edge, AI Strategy. I'm Dr. Frumi Rachel Barr, and today's presentation is one of my favorites because it captures something we all feel: curiosity mixed with a little bit of uncertainty about AI. I shared this talk at the SAFE conference where I asked a simple question: is AI our friend, our tool, or our trap? You'll hear stories, practical examples, and lessons drawn from real conversations with professionals who are learning to make AI their ally, safely, responsibly, and strategically. So whether you're a forensic expert, consultant, or leader, this will help you think differently about the tools shaping your future. Hello, everyone. I'm delighted to be here with you today to talk about AI, a subject I'm very excited about sharing. Before we dive in, though, let me start with the story that still has me laughing. Just a few weeks ago, I gave a presentation to a group focused on estate planning and asset protection. Afterward, one of the participants, a young banker, asked me to stay behind to give me some feedback. He started with, "I don't know if this is appropriate, and I want you to know I mean this with the very best of intentions." At that moment, I was secretly wishing my Zoom would crash. And then he said, "I'm so impressed that a woman of your age is teaching us about AI." Well, I thought that was hilarious. So I asked him, "I'm curious, just how old do you think I am?" And he confidently said, 62. So for those of you who are 62 or older, listen up. This isn't about age, it's about staying relevant. AI is here, and none of us can afford to get left behind. And on that note, let's explore what AI means for forensic professionals. The question isn't whether AI is coming into your field, it already has. The real question is whether we treat it as a friend, a tool, or a trap. Here's what we'll cover. This is our roadmap for today. First, I'll explain AI in simple terms. Then we'll look at both the opportunities and the risks it presents in forensic work. I'll share ways you can build confidence with AI, and finally, some practical first steps to make it a trusted partner. Every new technology starts with fear and skepticism. I remember when I got my first cell phone, people joked it was a leash, and now we can't imagine living without one. The internet was once considered unsafe. People laughed at AirPods and tried to scare us into thinking we'd all have brain cancer if we used them. And in 2020, Zoom felt awkward. Now it's essential. AI is just the latest chapter in this same pattern. So the question isn't, should we use AI? We don't get that choice. AI is already embedded in our tools and systems. The real question is, how do we use it responsibly in a way that strengthens rather than undermines the integrity of forensic work? That's our challenge. As I share the history of AI, I'm going to use some terminology that I will explain right after. A quick history. In the 1940s and 50s, Alan Turing laid the groundwork and neural networks were first imagined. In 1956, the term artificial intelligence was coined at Dartmouth. Since then, the field has cycled through periods of excitement and disappointment, the AI winters. Back in the 80s, Japan poured millions into AI in what was called the fifth generation project. Expectations were sky high, but results fell short. That resulted in the AI winter, a time when funding dried up. I wonder if any of you have experienced the same in forensics. Sometimes tools overpromise, and only through testing do we learn their real value. With big data and faster computing, the 2000s reignited progress, and now generative AI is everywhere. Let's make some key concepts simple for you. Neural networks. Think of a neural network like the brain of a very simple robot. Our brains are made up of billions of little switches called neurons. Each neuron listens to others, and when enough of them agree, it sends a signal forward. A neural network in a computer works the same way. It has layers of switches. The first layer looks at raw info, like letters or numbers. The middle layers look for patterns, like words or shapes. And the last layer makes a decision like, is this a cat or is this a contract clause? It doesn't understand the way we make decisions, but it learns patterns very quickly. You'll sometimes hear the term AI winter. That just means a period when the excitement and money dried up. Researchers had promised computers would think like humans, but the tech wasn't ready yet. Results fell short, so investors pulled funding. It's called a winter because, like nature, everything slowed down and got quiet until new breakthroughs brought AI back to life. Generative AI is like having a super fast creative assistant. Instead of just repeating what it knows, it can actually make something new, like writing a story, drafting a contract, or creating an image by learning patterns from millions of examples. Think of it like a Lego master builder. It's seen thousands of Lego sets before, so when you ask it to build something, it doesn't copy an old set exactly. It creates a brand new design using the same building blocks. That's why tools like ChatGPT can write in your voice or help polish a LinkedIn post. Big data is like having a giant library full of billions of books, too many for one person to read. Computers help us look through all those books really fast to find patterns and answers we need. The key takeaway: AI's history has been cyclical, but today's wave is sustainable, powered by unprecedented data, computing power, and proven models. In forensics, AI has many potential benefits. For document examiners, it can help detect tampering or forged signatures. I heard of one case where AI flagged anomalies in a batch of signatures in seconds, something that would have taken hours manually. In accounting forensics, AI can surface suspicious transactions from thousands. In divorce disputes, AI can summarize huge volumes of emails or texts. In criminal forensics, it can analyze voices, images, or patterns. Across the board, it can draft reports quickly, so your expertise is focused where it matters. But with opportunity comes risk. Deepfakes and fabricated documents can mislead. You have probably heard of attorneys. You've probably heard of attorneys not checking the cases that were invented by AI. That's what we call hallucination, convincing but false. In forensic work, that could be disastrous if unchecked. Add to that chain of custody concerns, data security risks, and the danger of over-reliance. This is why expert oversight is not negotiable. So how do we begin safely? Think of AI like an intern or a new employee. You have to teach it your context. When I first started using AI, I literally explained my business, asked it to ask me 10 questions, and then answered them. Over time, it began to sound more like me. That's the same process here. Start with low-risk tasks, summaries, organizing exhibits, drafting case notes. Always review carefully and document when AI is used, just like you would note a junior's contributions. To future-proof your practice, start with internal use only. Notes, drafts, summaries. Define which tasks are safe and which are red flags. Safe tasks include summarization and anomaly detection. Red flag tasks are anything that could compromise evidence integrity, like creating or submitting forensic reports without expert review. The smartest firms are already developing AI policies now, before regulators force their hand. In closing, AI isn't going away. It's the new professional toolkit. When I coach CEOs, I tell them AI won't replace you, but someone using AI might. The same is true for forensics. The risk isn't adoption, it's ignoring it or using it blindly. My challenge to you is simple. This week, find one safe, practical way to make AI your friend That's how we begin to build confidence. And finally, I offer both a 90-day Ultimate Edge program and a 45-day to Fearless program. Reach out and let me know that you attended this session for a special offer. AI isn't going away. It's the new professional toolkit. The risk isn't in using it. The risk is in ignoring it. If this talk helped you see AI a little differently, subscribe to The Edge AI Strategy and share it with someone who's still on the fence. Together, let's make AI our friend, not our trap.